Hi, my name is Abraham Pabati, and I'm here to talk about swagz, an Azure AI vision-based app which can help type 1 diabetics estimate the number of carbs in their food better. Carb counting is very critical for type 1 diabetics because the amount of insulin you take for a meal is directly related to the amount of carbs you're eating in a meal. And most parents of type 1 diabetics, like myself, actually just end up swagging, which is just a fun way of saying we take a wild guess at how many carbs are there in any food item, especially when we are in a restaurant. And when we are at a restaurant, it's really difficult to get the carb information because different websites are organized differently and requires a lot of clicks before we can get to the carb information. Plus, no two restaurants have the same kind of food. A cheeseburger in McDonald's could be vastly different from a cheeseburger at Burger King. So knowing the exact carbs in a particular food item can be very challenging. And finally, mistakes in carb counting can directly affect a type 1 diabetic's A1C, which is the long-term average of how high the blood sugar was. And if you don't take the right amount of insulin for the right amount of carbs, you end up with bad A1C number. Now, how does swagz help with this problem? Well, we make it very easy to help you get the carb information for the food that you're eating in a restaurant. All you need to do is open swagz app and take a picture of the food item. And what swagz does is it takes the picture and the GPS location where you took the picture, and we run an AI model to figure out what food item is there, and then use our database to figure out how many carbs are there, and then report it back to the user. Now, the more people use this app, the better it gets because our model keeps getting better and better. Now, here's the architecture for the application. The app in its current form is an Angular JS website running on Azure websites, and users can access it via a smartphone or a computer, and they can upload a picture, and we store the picture in Azure Blob Storage, and we use the picture and use Azure Custom Vision AI API to recognize the food items. And we also collect the GPS location and send it to an Azure function, both the food item information and the GPS location, and query our database, which has all the GPS locations of restaurants and the nutrition information of their menu items, and send back the number of carbs based on that particular food item. And for the pictures that we couldn't recognize, we have an offline process to look at those pictures, tag them, and retrain the model that is behind this Cognitive Services API so that this model gets better and better as more people use it. And now I'm going to show a quick demo of the tool. I'm going to log in using test@test.com, and the password is test01 #. Once I log in, so this very simple interface. I can choose the file of the picture, or in the cell phone, actually it will open up the camera directly so that you can take a picture, upload the picture, and then I'll get the nutrition information. And if I don't agree with that nutrition information, I can override with the number of my own and save the information. So for testing purposes, I'm going to take a picture of, say, cactus blossom, which is like a Texas Roadhouse menu item. I upload the picture ends up in blob storage, and I click on get nutrition, and I get the tags back. So if I see here, as you can see, I've trained the model only on 5 tags, and the tag that's coming up with 96% probability is cactus blossom. And then I send the cactus blossom and the longitude and latitude, and I get back the information that restaurant is unknown because I'm really doing it from my home, and then the food item and the carbs. And I can do that for a different file. So chicken critters, another menu item, upload the picture, get nutrition information, comes back with chicken critters, and I can save the information. Regarding next steps, well, we want to convert it into an iOS and Android app, make it more robust, and train the vision service with thousands of pictures, add more restaurants and more nutrition information, and finally build integrations with other diabetes apps like Tidepool and Night Scout, which also capture other diabetes information like BG,
like the blood glucose level and insulin levels, so that all this information is there stored at one location.